They did a lot of remodeling to my kindergarten school. Well, I guess you could say preschool and kindergarten school. It feels like a dream to be back in my hometown and just scoping out the city limits. I had to step out of that motel room just to get a breather. So this is my dream so far. I'm walking, and it's not even midnight. It's on the strike of 12. No, I'm just kidding. It's not on the strike of 12. It's about 7:50. Rolled me some cinnamon hemp blunts. Got about 2 of them with me right now. So I figured, well, it's a good foggy night. The sky is misty and foggy. You could barely see across the street. And this is one of my most favorite weathers. Because when my mom used to wake me up, and my grandma, and my uncles, and my aunts would wake me up for school on a foggy day schedule, we would always watch PBS Kids in the morning. You know the routine: eat a toaster strudel, a couple toaster strudels, or a Pop-Tart, or a bowl of cereal. Well, now I prefer like the soy milk, if anything, with any cereal. But we're about to lap it and cross the street. Here's the front of my kindergarten and preschool, should I say. Let me read the bulletin. Man, this has been here since I came here. Garden Elementary School. Welcome. Do the right thing. I own my actions. Give respect. Support others. www.tcsdk8.org. Interesting. Right across the street. See you later, school. Ooh, I feel the spirits. The smell of burning firewood is what's going up my nostrils right now. But what I was going to say about the referrals, because I haven't even been out over 5 days since my discharge at the hospital in Santa Rosa. And I'm just scientifically brainstorming or trying to put together, well, what if my mother was to call up the facility and was like, so if I transfer my son's documents to Santa Rosa, meaning you guys could put him into a men's home out there just to see how it would go, I wonder how they would adapt to that, scientifically speaking, because mind me, I love my hometown. I know just about every turn, what street to go down, what streets to avoid. I mean, I love my hometown. This is literally like my castle. But then it's like, I have not been far away in over 5 years, like the way I left the county. And I met some interesting people along the way at the hospital. I know it may sound a little kooky and weird, but that's the thing. When you travel, you meet people. Sometimes you catch feelings, sometimes you don't. In other words, if I know for a fact, if I was to ever go back to that mental hospital, who knows? Maybe the doctors, some of the doctors, not saying all of them, same thing with the nurses, will gain some sense and scientifically call the people up who was in my unit at the time and was like, hey, you know what? You guys, we've got a room, we've got a nice house for you guys to live in. There's just rules, boom, transfer them over. Or just those couple of people. But I don't think that's going to happen. So if I just visit this video, or for those that are visiting this video, just remind yourself, remember me in the act when I was in your presence, and just cherish the moment, and just remember the people who you were around at that time. Although we get carried away in life and we have to move on, and we may never see the people who we wish that we could see just a couple more times, or maybe that one time, or just forever. We just keep on living, you know. This fog is really thick. It's literally, I want to say, about 2 feet high, for sure. That's how high the mist is. And it's like creaking up into the sky too, so it looks really nice. I know the last video that I made, running time 10 minutes, was in Porterville, but I wasn't walking down the street. I was walking on the curbway, going under bridges, but that was a memory. I've had other good memories, but you know, with all due respect and people's, you know, anxiety attacks, I didn't want to overspoil the moment. But, you know, there's always some piece of memory, and if you feel like, you know, that, I don't know, someone's dog's like kind of out walking, it's not going to bite or anything. That's the thing, and I'm not out with my mask tonight. I said forget it. I'm tired of putting the mask on and off, on and off. It's not irritating me. I just need to feel the cool mist. And besides, I just need a breather. So I said, okay, I'm not going to do the mask tonight. But the air feels good. I don't feel sick or anything. I know I did a little card game earlier. And that's the thing I've noticed. Sometimes I could do the magic. There were no letters in the center of the cards when I flipped them over. They were just numbers. So I did good this time. But I'm going to cross the street right now. There's a military station across the street for those that marched with me. Sam's liquor store. And that's the thing, we don't need to remodel downtown any further. I walked down there tonight and it looked beautiful. With all the couple of good buildings, it looks nice. They don't need to knock down and try to do all that extra, because them buildings ain't bothering nobody. Alright, well, I'm going to end my live, and thank you guys for watching. I'm going down O Street.